Hello friends, Adam here with FED. Before we get into today's Three Houses video, I do want to give a shout out to tonight's stream where we will be starting Chat Sabotage Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Viewers are going to be able to donate to really mess with the game, going to be able to change the classes of units on the fly, be able to change stats, and all sorts of different things like that. So make sure to be there for that tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Alright, so I want to talk about Three Houses and what makes each unit unique. I'm not going to go through every unit, but the things that make units unique, and in a lot of cases, these things are more important than your growth rates or your base stats or just stats in general. I think we put a lot of emphasis as players into stats because it's fun to see them go up. It's obvious to say, oh, I have higher strength, therefore I deal more damage, but there's other factors that we should look into when considering what units are good or quote-unquote viable. So let's take the prime example of this, and there's a few that I'll go through. The prime example of this is Cyril, right? Cyril's base stats. Let's go look at Cyril's base stats. So these are at level 1, but at level 10, you can recruit him at like level 10, and he'll be about level 10 when you recruit him, depending on when you do. Probably be, I honestly am not actually sure what level you'll usually get him at, but maybe around 7, 8, 9, I don't know. But his stats scale with the commoner class, meaning he doesn't have the best like natural growth rates that way. So his stats really aren't going to get that much better. Now his growths are better than his bases are for sure. But they still aren't like stupendous, you know? They're like okay. They're like, I don't know, especially I guess when you add I don't know if this is with aptitude or without. I think this is without aptitude. So with aptitude, he's pretty average compared to other students, right? So you're thinking, okay, he honestly kind of sucks. If you look at him just statistically, he's not that great of a unit. But he has 2 combat arts that make him relatively special and usable. Number 1 being Vengeance, which is a lance combat art that allows you to deal damage and add the damage that you've received to the attack. So if you're at 1 HP and he has like 32 max, you're going to be adding that lost HP to the damage you deal to the enemy with Vengeance, leading to some insane amounts of damage. You can really just break the game wide open with it. And it's really easy to set up with guard adjutants, so yeah, Vengeance really can make him a player phase nuke if you need him to be. And also, he gets point blank volley at C+, which is just stupid early. He can learn that within a few chapters of his recruitment, or within 2 chapters, maybe even 1 if you're really dedicated to it, to get point blank volley. Point blank volley is a bow attack that you do adjacent to the enemy, and it allows you to attack twice in a row. So just 2 quick shots. And what's so good about that? Well, it allows him to double consistently on player phase. And it also just allows him to take advantage of any strength he might have. You can even just use a really strong bow, and that'll work well too. Doesn't have to worry about weapon weight, doesn't have to worry about his own speed. He just needs to kill. And point blank volley is a great way to do that. And the fact that he learns it so early, that's going to be the earliest access you're going to have to it in the game. Now let's look at another unit that is a good example of this, that honestly isn't that good, but has tools that make them good. So what I mean by that is by their stats, they aren't that good. And this character being Bernadette. So Bernadette, you see her bases are right here. Her bases are honestly pretty comparable to a lot of the units around her. You know, she's fine. But her growth rates, particularly in strength, really hold her back as far as growing into someone a little more usable than she is at base. Right here, 35 strength. Honestly, it's kind of like the swing strength. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. More often, I feel like she's not going to be that great or dealing that much damage. Her other stats are pretty okay, aside from her defenses. All right, so now let's look at some things that make Bernadette more special than just her, her lackluster stats. So let's start with her dependent arts that she specifically learns. And she has two big ones that I want to point out. So number one is Vengeance, which we already talked about with Cyril. We already know why it's really good. The other one is Encloser. So at A-Bows, Bernadette learns Encloser, which allows her to use this combat art from far away and lock an enemy in place for a turn. So essentially, that's, in a tight situation, that can really almost count like a mini kill. I want to say like a kill to keep an enemy from killing you on enemy phase. So it's like, it really just incapacitates a unit for a turn, which is awesome. I know a lot of people like Deadeye, but I'm not a huge fan. Accuracy issues abound with that one. But Encloser and Vengeance, awesome, awesome, awesome. Now another big thing with Bernadette is her spell list, if you want to go this route. Her Faith magic is really interesting, mainly because she learns Physic and Rescue at A. Rescue allows you just to warp a unit next to you, a unit who's far away next to Bernadette, right? But why does that work well with her? Well, that is because of her budding talent. Bernadette's budding talent in writing is Pass. So you can go. Pass allows you to move through enemy tiles. So spaces that are occupied by enemies, she can just move through them as if they're not there. So she can use Pass in tandem with Rescue to do some really interesting strategies where you can like break through enemy lines and then just rescue someone. So as like a Dark Knight or a Holy Knight, that's actually a really kind of fun strategy to do with her. And last but not least, one of her more unique traits is her personal skill, her personal ability. I keep calling them skills in this game. Her personal ability, which I'm not going to show on screen, but it's a Persecution Complex, which gives +5 damage when she is under full HP. So that's basically, you can really set that up easy. You know, it's just, and essentially can come down to just having +5 damage all the time, unless you fully heal her, which is really good. So Bernadette may not seem like the greatest unit on paper when you look at her stats, but once you go, you know, one layer deeper and look at the things that she has available to her, whether it's combat arts, her personal ability, and other things like that, she is really interesting and fun to use and can be a really good, strong asset to your team. Now, just about every unit in Three Houses has something like this, and I could go on for days about each one. Maybe I will sometime if that's something you'd be interested in. But for now, I think we'll finish off with one more that I want to point out. That one more being Annette. These are Annette's base stats, which are actually pretty good. And the thing is, her growth rates, if I remember correctly, I better look first before I say anything stupid, are pretty good too. 50 magic and 35 speed, like that's like okay. Her growths aren't bad. She's going to end up being a rather strong unit as far as magic goes, right? But people really kind of sleep on her, I feel like. And I think they forget about her dependent abilities. So skills that she specifically learns that others might not. She learns a lot of stuff in Authority, right here. Rally Res, Rally Speed, Rally Move, if you get her to S, which is kind of a tall order in a new game, in New Game, but in New Game Plus it's pretty easy. All great things, especially I love Rally Speed. In conjunction with her personal ability called Perseverance that allows her to give Rally Strength right from the beginning of the game. So the fact that she learns Rally Speed at C+, meaning once she gets to C+ Authority, she has the amazing Rally Speed, Rally Strength combo. So awesome unit that way. Just all the rallies. She's a rally bot in the best way possible for Three Houses. The only other unit that I think has rallying utility even close to her is Ignatz, but his takes even longer to get because he doesn't have a personal ability that gives him a rally. He learns speed at D, which I like, but he doesn't learn strength until S. But still good. But yeah, don't sleep on Annette. Even though she might not have like the most interesting spell list, she might not have the highest stats. That's Ash. I was gonna say that. That's not right. Yeah, so she like her spell list is kind of like whatever. Her stats might not be like insane, but she has the rallies that really kind of create a fun niche for her as a character. Now again, every character has something. And I specifically tried to go over characters that I think get a lot of hate that's undeserved or maybe are looked past. And if you guys want me to talk more about units like this in the future, let me know. Things that make units special and things that make them stand out above everyone else. It's actually kind of a fun topic, I think, and I'd love to talk about it more. So yeah, stats aren't that important. They are, I mean, you need them to deal damage, but the thing is, everyone in the game will have decent stats if you level them up, but you need to focus on the tools that they have for them to be really good. So focus on the really good combat arts, like point blank volley. Focus on the really good abilities, like rallies, and well, some people will say that the rallies aren't that good, but I think they're great. I think they're awesome. Or like paths, or just things that make units unique and allow them to stand out. So yeah, before you sleep on a unit, check their kit. It might be pretty good. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. And don't forget to tune in to the Chat Sabotage stream tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It is going to be way fun. And I'm honestly really excited to move into Genealogy of the Holy War, which is really just one of the games in the series that really hooked me. So yeah, I'm really excited to play it again. Anyways, bye guys.